Edmonton Impact never finished lower than 4th last season, and they almost beat San Antonio X Factor in the finals at the World Cup last October. It looked like Impact's amazing roster would sail into 2014 as one of the favorites yet again, but then they lost 3 of their best players to Houston Heat, and their future at the top was uncertain. But Impact would not take those losses lightly, and they started going after talent. Instead of picking up older, more established pros, they decided to pick up a few young, hungry, yet proven talents to help rebuild the team. Danny Park came over from the Ironman to play the Snake. Nick Laval from Upton 187 crew will be on the D side, and Ryan Martin has solid skills and he can play everywhere. They also signed Rainey Stanzik from Damage. Though they don't have the overall experience level they did last year, the team is still stacked. Dave Baines, Justin Cornell, and Justin Rabikoff are 3 of the best players in the world, and the Yakmek brothers, Zane and Zach, have proved that they can play against anyone. Impact will still have the ability to win events, and their smart offseason moves should keep them in the title hunt in 2014. Texas Storm is one of the oldest paintball teams in existence. Recently, they have reinvigorated their efforts and fought to earn the right to play in the Champions Division. Storm is going to need all their new firepower to contend with the stacked rosters that they will be facing, and they will need to play as penalty-free as possible, as they've had problems with flags in the recent past. They do have weapons, good leadership, and tons of heart. They recently picked up veteran Shane Howe, who should be able to get things done for them on the Snake side. Mark Johnson is a very creative player, which could help the team on this layout. Justin Suarez will be the first to attack on the D side. Clint Johnson is also very fast, so look for him to run up the Snake with Shane Howe. Derek Knight and Andy Horvath could see a lot of reps as well, depending on their performance. Texas Storm has finally earned what they've been wanting for the past 2 years, a chance to try their skills against the best the PSP has to offer. They're going to need to fight hard to keep their Champions Division spot.
Am I looking at the camera or am I staring at you? Staring at you?
Sorry, they're counting down.
Okay.
I am down here with Danny Park. They're getting ready to battle Texas Storm. Now, you guys didn't have the best day yesterday. You weren't able to win either of your matches. How are you feeling coming into today?
We're much confident. We had a really long team meeting last night and basically went over, what went wrong. And I think we covered a lot of those issues. So hopefully, we'll rectify those mistakes.
So what do you guys think went wrong?
I think just we weren't really the preparation. A lot of guys were a little confused as far as what their jobs were. Literally 5-10 seconds prior to the match. So we're going to get on the same page a lot sooner, and everyone will know exactly what they're doing, and not just their own individual jobs. And there are other things, but that was one of the issues.
All righty, we're 25 seconds away. We'll see if Impact can pull out a win.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, right now we're going up. Next game coming at you after that great X Factor damage game. X Factor coming back in true champion style from that deficit. Impact now 0-2, Storm 0-3. Impact has something to prove, so I look for these guys to come out and just go to work.
On the breakout, Impact looking to attack, sending Joshua Met up the middle. He gets shot. Zach Yakimek stands in the back center trying to get a shot. Looks like he got bounced, but still made it out to the Snake side corner. Justin Schwartz, he gets shot in the pack, and a red flag goes in the air. I believe they called it on Mark Johnson. Shane Howe's going to get pulled on that. So that's going to open up the door for Justin Cornell right away to shoot the one last body. Cody Tolliver in the tall temple over here on the Dorito side.
Coming out of the break, I mean, Texas Storm coming out. Justin Schwartz looks like he got shot or whoever's, I think it was Judge Schwartz, got shot in the hand. And the judge came over, checked him right away. Automatic major penalty on the first point. That's the last thing you want to do, first of all, against any team. Second of all, against Edmonton Impact.
Yeah, that's definitely not the way that you want to get things going. But Impact took a bunch of second places last year. It looked awesome. Looked like they could win some tournaments. They weren't able to get it done. They had to rebuild their squad with the loss of some players, and they picked up some awesome talent. And they're a little angry that they're 0-2 right now. You could hear that frustration in Danny Park's voice when he was interviewed before the match. So I expect Edmonton Impact to come out smashing. Texas Storm also 0-3, so they want to prove they belong here. We'll see if they do. We'll be right back after this.
This is the Earth. The Earth is beautiful. Earth is where we play paintball. It is important to recycle in order to save the Earth. Do not recycle custom paintball jersey designs. Get what you pay for. Get a fresh original design at rosalife.com.
Looking in the pits right now for Edmonton Impact as they are up 1-0 against Texas Storm. They already have their starting lineup for this next point. Justin Rabakoff, Danny Park, Ryan Martin, Dave Baines, and Rainey Stanzik. I mean, when you read the names on the roster of Edmonton Impact, there's no reason they should be 0-2. They know that. They've got to be incredibly frustrated. So they came to play some paintball today. They have 2 matches. This is the first of 2. They're playing Texas Storm, who's 0-3. Storm already played Infamous earlier on. They lost that game 7-3. They did fight hard, though, and they're going to need everything they got to take on Edmonton Impact in this match.
Absolutely. I mean, Texas Storm not looking bad, but their middle game and their closing game needs a lot of work for sure. Shooting the lanes in the break is not that bad for them, but it's the problem of finishing games. Now look at coming out of the break. Here comes Edmonton Impact on your left. Texas Storm on your right. Let's see who prevails in this one.
Well, Edmonton Impact is definitely on the power play right now as Shane Howell sits in the box waiting to get out. He's got 1 minute and 22 seconds to serve in there. And then now here comes Impact. They get Danny Park all the way to 50 on the snake side of the field. He's backed up by Justin Rabakoff. They did lose number 99, Rainey Stanzik. Mark Johnson shot him out of there.
Mark Johnson was up in the middle tower, sees Danny Park get into that 50 snake and breaks all the way back out to the snake side corner. Justin Schwartz getting a check in that Dorito side can. Also the Dorito side corner hot for Texas Storm. Danny Park gets shot in the side of the head out of the 50 snake. Justin Rabakoff sees that, jumps in there right away, filling that spot, comes back into snake 1.
Yeah, it looks like he got a shot on Sean Salcedo. And then also Justin Schwartz having a hard time living with looking at all these bodies here. And here comes Impact trying to close this game out. 2 players left alive for them. They're splitting the field, back corner bunkers on both sides. 1 on the D side, 1 on the snake. And you can see there on your screen Justin Rabakoff as he taps out number 3, Mark Johnson. So here comes Edmonton Impact trying to put point number 2 on the board.
You know, I like seeing Justin Rabakoff in the snake, man. He made his name there. He's one of the best snake players in the game. And just, I haven't seen him much over here, actually. You know, but I still like seeing him at the end of the day over in the snake. He's a phenomenal snake player.
Shane Howe pulled the okey doke on Dave Baines. Dave Baines is yelling at Justin Rabakoff to hurry up and go get the flag so he could hang it. And Shane Howe kind of looked at Dave Baines like, oh, I'll just walk off the field. And then when Dave Baines put his gun down, Shane Howe came out blazing, and Dave had to hip shoot him real quick.
And Shane Howe and Dave Baines have a lot of history.
Yeah.
Shane Howe played for SAC DMG, which is basically Dave Baines' team last season. And so, yeah, it was kind of funny. But nice job by Justin Rabakoff. Already able to get it done over here on the snake side. Let's check out this replay here. You can see Rabakoff trying to get his boys up. There's Justin Rabakoff utilizing all of that bunker, rolling his gun towards Mark Johnson. And Mark Johnson actually got shot cross field, I believe, because he's about to walk off right there. And so Dave Baines and Ryan Martin and Justin Rabakoff finishing out that last point. So 2-0 is the score with 1 minute and 12 seconds to go before the start of this next point. We're looking at Justin Rabakoff in the pits for Edmonton Impact. We'll be right back after this. So on paper, the game matchup between these two teams, Edmonton Impact and Texas Storm. Impact, longtime pro squad, took second place at a bunch of events last year. Texas Storm, new into the Champions Division. They earned the right to play here with the best 10 teams in the world by having a good performance at World Cup in the Challengers Division. But on paper, Edmonton Impact, you got to give them the advantage. Attacking, they have so many assets and so many weapons up in the front in that one position, that first attacker position on both sides of the field. They got great defending, finishing, and clutch. And Texas Storm still proving themselves here, the 10 best. And they did not have a good tournament so far. 3 players walking off for them off the break. Only 2 players left alive, both on the D side of the field. Here comes Justin Cornell, 50-yard line, trying to get a shot of the guys on your screen right now for Texas Storm.
Yeah, Justin Cornell just stuck a nice shot in on Derek Knight there in the Dorito side corner. And, I mean, just threw a grenade over here on the Snake side, Texas Storm. All 3 bodies walked off right away, and it was just easy cruising straight into that 50 Snake for Justin Cornell. So Edmonton Impact looking a little bit sharper here today. Yeah.
So it's been all Edmonton Impact, and that was the thing we were scared of here with Texas Storm and Edmonton Impact coming into this game. Neither one of these teams has a win. Impact really not wanting to go 0-3. That would be a complete disaster for them. But at the same time, you know, Texas Storm's legit. They're going to Justin Swartz. They got Shane Howe on that team. Clint Johnson, Derek Knight, Cody Tolliver, Aaron White. Lots of potential stars on that team, and a couple guys like Justin Swartz has been a weapon for a bunch of pro teams. Infamous, Dynasty, definitely an amazing player, but they're just not getting it done right now. Score 3-0, 16:58 left to go. We'll be right back after this.
Going into these events, equipment's what matters. On our team, we're so talented. My job has fallen into like a role player's position. In order for Kyle or Brandon or Alex to make these moves, they need support so that we can win the tournament. And that's what I'm doing with this LV1. I'm able to go to a spot and get a lot of drop shots on people and really shoot just directly over a bunker where people think they're safe, and the next thing you know, I'm getting those kills. My name's Oliver Lang from San Diego Dynasty, and I shoot the LV1.
So we're in the pits right now with Texas Storm. There's Shane Howe taking the field with Sean Salcedo. And those are 2 of the best attackers on Texas Storm. But Shane Howe and Sean Salcedo only combining for 1 confirmed kill. It came from Sean. So they're going to have to step it up here on the field for Edmonton Impact. Danny Park, Dave Baines, Justin Rabikoff, Ryan Martin, and Rainey Stanzik. On the breakout, big move. Danny Park all the way to the Snake off the break. And here comes Texas Storm. Looks like they have 5 alive, so good breakout for them. Justin Rabikoff coming off early. This is the chance for Texas Storm to get back in this match.
Nice.
Here comes a big move by Mark Johnson up the center.
Oh, dropped the ref as well. All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's paintball.
Yeah, man. Nice job by Texas Storm, who is like, look, you know what? Okay, we're down 3-0 right now. But like in the last game that we just watched with X Factor, when they came back, they were down by 4. And when they got interviewed at the end, Colt Roberts and Scotty Kemp were talking about how they're just looking at it. It's about point by point. Every single point is a new chance to prove yourself. Just because you're down 3 doesn't mean with 16 minutes left that the Texas Storm can't get back in this match. Now they're only down 2. So love to see the fight here. Let's check out a replay. And there's Mark Johnson. Mark Johnson launches from that temple. He goes smart and slow, looking eyes up, seeing those angles, and as soon as he realizes that he's got an opportunity, he launches. Gets that first kill, gets another one, and the other one was coming off, so he didn't get that 3-pack, but awesome job by Mark Johnson to take that opportunity and finish off that point against Edmonton Impact. So we got ourselves a 2-point game, boys. Well, and we'll be right back after this. Do not go anywhere.
Shooting on the break is what I do. The Vanquish has a pressure-balanced spool valve firing engine. This makes the Vanquish smooth, accurate, and consistent. A recipe for domination on the break. My name is Travis Lemansky. I play for Team Infamous, and the Vanquish takes my game to another level.
So we're back looking at Edmonton Impact, who does not want to take another loss. They've already got 2 on the record, 2 more, or this game, then 1 more game, and their next game is going to be Tampa Bay Damage to finish it out. Now, Tampa Bay Damage is 1-2 right now, and Tampa Bay Damage stacked their roster up. They got Jason Wheeler, who was the 2012 Rookie of the Year, and then they also got Dalton Vanderbilt, the big pickup in the offseason from San Diego Dynasty, to play for Tampa Bay. And for them to go 1-2 right now, and 2 also, they let 2 teams come from behind.
Yeah, with Impact still to play. So on the breakout here, looks like Zane Yakimek gets shot right on top of the head, and Joshua Met gets shot as well, going out to the Dorito side, but looks like 3 bodies come off.
Wow.
I looked the wrong way, and 5 Storm guys were dead.
Wow.
Oh, Storm got a major penalty as well. So Storm gets a major, and then 3 other bodies get shot pretty much on the break. One guy coming up the middle there, Justin Cornell, going to go hang another flag. And, you know, let's check this replay out real quick, kind of see what happened over here on the Storm side of the field. So here comes up the field Impact. Derek Knight gets shot going to that can. He gets the major. That gets Justin Schwartz pulled. Here comes the body off the Snake side that's dead. Maybe that second guy was already shot coming in. I think Justin Schwartz might have already been shot going into that can because they pulled the second guy in the major. So either which way, quick point for Edmonton Impact. We'll be right back after this.
Ever wonder why you feel so great after purchasing from buypbl.com? We stock and test only the best to be sold directly to you. And once our team of experts deems that your order is complete, it gets the stamp. Once your order is packed, our team of shippers will get you your goods fast. Ooh, yeah. Never have a bad shopping experience again. Shop at buypbl.com. Feel free, alive, and incredibly rich.
So the score is 4-2. Danny Park pickup coming up from the Los Angeles Ironmen to play the Snake for Edmonton Impact. And they've been getting him a lot of reps. And that's what Park needs. You know, Park actually came out of the Aftermath camp. He's a guy from Southern California, got a gray hat on his shoulders, smart kid. And, you know, he came up the hard way. Aftermath's one of the most brutal camps to come through. And he was able to, you know, get it done for them. And then he was playing for the Ironmen, got some reps last year. Didn't get a ton of reps, but Impact saw something in him. We did too, actually. We liked Danny Park. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly on the sidelines.
I am down here with Justin Schwartz from Texas Storm. Now, you guys are down 3 points. I know that was a hard point for you guys. We obviously just saw X Factor make a huge comeback. Are you feeling confident that you guys can do that too?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, everything's possible. We're playing, you know, one of the better teams in the league. We just really need to focus on not getting penalties. And this next point, you know, just kill the penalty, and then we can play 5-on-5 paintball. So, yeah, we're definitely confident. I mean, anything can happen, as you guys just saw. So.
It seemed like a few players were pretty upset here in the pits just a second ago. How is team morale going into this new point?
We're good. You know, people get heated, you know, when they get the penalty. They don't think they got shot, this, that, the other. It happens. It's paintball. We just regrouped, took a timeout. So to get our heads mentally prepared and just to stay positive. So.
All right. They're staying positive down here on the sidelines. We'll see if they can get a point on this board.
So here we go. And actually, I made a mistake. The score is 4-1 favor Edmonton Impact, so 3-point spread here. Stats not very good on teams coming back from a 3-point spread. However, X Factor just did it. We just watched it happen. It is possible. That can be your reality if you choose to fight hard and not get mind melded by that point spread. But Impact is not going to want to let that happen to them, because if they lose this match, then they will go. Let's see, Impact will be 0-3 if they lose this match, which would be a complete disaster, considering that you know, I mean, guys like Dave Baines, Justin Rabakoff, Justin Cornell, and the Yakmek brothers on that team. You don't want to let that happen. So here we go. Park makes it into snake one, but Texas Storm is able to get number 44, Aaron White, into the 50-yard line. So he's in a good spot right now, trying to figure out where the bodies are in front of him. Texas Storm trying to push up on that D side. Impact loses a body. Rainey stands it. Coming off on that side, Brian Ferrari was able to get the shot in on him. 4 players left alive for Impact. No, Dave Baines comes off too. It's starting to sprinkle again.
Good job by Danny Park making the move across the field, blowing Aaron White to pieces. And nice cross shot field. Danny Park going to work.
Danny Park clearing the field out for Edmonton Impact, not letting Texas Storm get back in this match. He's like, all right, well, you're going to send a guy to the 50 snake. I'm going to bunker him out. And then I'm going to shoot your front player on the opposite side of the field too, right in the face. Nice job by Danny Park. Solid work. And that's why they picked him up. They saw something in him. They're like, we think this kid has some promise.
Yeah, he's fearless. You know, I've grown up around Danny Park. Well, actually, he grew up around me. I was already old. Just watching him play, you know, I actually got a chance to coach him at a local event, and the kid just wants to play. He's fearless. He's down to run anywhere, do anything, and he's getting smarter and smarter and smarter. You know, 7 confirmed kills, 11 points. You know, Danny Park, solid pickup, solid snake player. You know, good utility guy that they can use around here. Here's a replay of Danny Park coming in, sees White in the snake, comes over, and just stabs him right in the side. Here's the call, knows where the body is on the other side. So he's going to back up a little bit and then shoot that Dorito across the field. But there's that nice bunker move as he comes around and clears out the 50 snake. You see him edge back a little bit, just a little bit more. And hey, Dorito guy, on your face. Get out of there.
Yeah.
So Danny Park right there, going to run over. See Shane Howe walk off the field, go get that flag and hang it.
And also want to take this time to let you guys know that the high school regional championships are going down Saturday, March the 22nd. Boston, DC, Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, LA, Sacramento. Lots of chances for you guys to play there. It's $120 a team, limited paints, 3-man, and the winners get free trip to the nationals. Go to highschoolpaintball.com and get your team into the fight. And also the NCPA Nationals, the championship, April 11th through the 13th. It's college X-ball and 5-man and high school championships as well in Lakeland, Florida. And we'll have a free webcast coming at you, PBA, all weekend, April 11th through the 13th, the NCPA championships. Todd, you coming to that one with me?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Got the invite yesterday in the mail.
Chris, I'm sure you have some sort of rave to promote or something.
I think I'm getting my teeth fixed.
Wow, you got a beautiful smile.
I gotta get my grill measured.
Gold only.
Yeah, baby.
Zane Yakmek dies on the break. So does Andy Horvath.
Everybody's dying over here.
Everybody's
There's one
dying
player
on Texas
left
Storm.
on Texas Storm. Another penalty, minor penalty assessed on that game against Texas Storm, and here comes the pain.
Yeah, Storm started with 4 bodies and then got another penalty. And then Mark Johnson, the last body left alive for Texas Storm. Gonna come walking off right now as the rain is coming down. Justin Cornell gonna check himself. So,
man, penalty-ridden game at Texas Storm.
Yeah, it's tough though. I mean, but hey, Ryan Gray's done a good job of putting that squad together. It's going to take some time though, man. It's not going to happen overnight. And you know, they got a couple new players, Andy Horvath and Shane Howell on that team. And speaking of Ryan Gray, Avid Extreme Sports, they are the match sponsor for this match. Also, they got the Bunkerfest PSP affiliate event, Bring Your Own Paint, May 31st to June 1st, X Factor Paintball Park. And also, do not forget about Avid Extreme Sports in Plano. They got an Avid Extreme Sports Park in OKC. They got a new turf tournament area. So definitely check out those fields and the stores that Ryan Gray has put together for Avid Extreme Sports. We'll be right back to you after these messages. Edmonton Impact 1 point away from their first victory here at the PSP Dallas Open, the inaugural event for the 2014 season. Justin Rabakoff heading back out to play this next point. 6-1 is the score. And this would be, you know, a big win for Impact. You got to start chalking up wins under your belt to get that confidence of some of the newer guys on that roster. And next up, we have the battle of the undefeated teams. X Factor plays LA Infamous. Both those teams are 3-1, trying to fight for the top seed in this division. And then after that, last game of the day, Edmonton Impact and Tampa Bay Damage.
On your screen now, make it all the way to the snake. That is Danny Park again, just going to work over here.
Yeah, Danny Park gets in right away, knows as soon as he gets in there, he's going to shoot the Dorito side cam. Dorito side cam had no idea he was there. Took about 4 to the side of the face as one body comes out of the box and gets roasted right away. Justin Schwartz comes around, sees Danny Park at the 50 snake, comes to get him, bunkers him out, but now just Shane Howe over here on the snake side for Texas Storm, and Ryan Martin comes across midfield on the Dorito side as he begins to attack Shane Howe. Dave Baines comes up through the middle, but I think Ryan Martin getting pretty close to Shane Howe. Ooh, looked like he almost grazed Shane Howe in the loader, but Shane with nowhere to go as Dave Baines, Rainey Stanzak, and Ryan Martin all converge on him to put that 7th point on the board. So penalties really gonna hurt Texas Storm this match as they lose 7-1 to Edmonton Impact. Edmonton, after losing 2 games yesterday, you know, said they went home, made some adjustments, came out here and definitely looked a little bit better, but Texas Storm got about 3 majors that, you know, really shot themselves in the foot right there.
Yeah, it was a penalty-ridden match for Texas Storm towards the end. But again, man, you know, Texas Storm, they got to keep they just need to stay focused. The season's long. They're going to play in a relegation match tomorrow, and they're going to be fighting. But if they win that match, then they get to stay in the Champions League. So, again, that's what's cool about paintball. Every point's a new point. Every day's a new day. They get a chance to redeem themselves tomorrow and continue to stay in the Champions Division. So here goes Texas Storm, about to get run down. And last player left alive. Good job by Edmonton Impact to close out this game, 7-1.
Okay, so I'm looking at the rest of the schedule here, and we have 2 more games today. We have X Factor versus Infamous and Impact versus Damage. The winner of the first game, X Factor Damage, those 2 teams are both already into Sunday. So the winner of that game will play Omaha Vicious tomorrow. The loser of that game will play San Diego Dynasty. The Impact Damage game, both teams being 1 and 2, the loser will have to play for relegation, and the winner will not have to play for relegation.
You know what's crazy is that when was the last time that we saw Impact and Damage playing each other in the last game of the prelims, and both of them were 1 and 2?
To try to avoid relegation.
To try to avoid relegation.
Amazing.
So either Impact, who took a bunch of second places last year, or Damage, who won a tournament last year, could be playing in the relegation game. But that's the cool thing about the PSP. No one is safe. You got to earn it every single time that you come to an event. It's not just like, hey, okay, we're going to play a regular season and there's nothing at stake. No, there's always something at stake. That's why it makes it interesting to watch, and that's why you got to keep what you kill and earn your right to play in these divisions.
Well, the level of play here is ridiculous now. I mean, the teams are getting better, the players are getting better, and you got to constantly reinvent yourself and keep in top physical shape. I mean, that's obviously why I'm up here. But I'm just telling you, these players are way better than they used to be, and they're getting much better by the day. Obviously, you can see with the comments you just made, Manny.
Yeah, so let's check in with Lauren Kelly. She's down in the pits.
I am down here with Justin Rabakoff from Impact. Justin, yesterday was a tough day for you guys, but I know you probably discussed a lot what was going on and what you could change. Coming into this game against Texas Storm, were you really that worried they weren't playing that well this weekend either?
No, it had nothing to do with, you know, what we weren't really worried about what they were going to do. We were worried about what we were going to do, because what we lacked yesterday was teamwork, communication across the board, just overall working together as a unit, and we really lacked that yesterday, and that's why we went 0-2, and it's why we're not making Sunday. So we just wanted to go in today working on ourselves, kind of like a practice day, just to get that going, start to get that flow going as a squad and as a unit.
We have seen you guys play extremely aggressive and fast. Did you feel like this field layout would work to your strengths?
I mean, yeah, we did. Last year you saw that we were that aggressive team, but when we needed to, we could hold it back. You know what I mean? We just, like I said, we lacked that teamwork. We didn't put it together as we should have, and it kind of just, bit us in the butt at the end.
All right, well, you guys did win that one 7-1, which is a great win for you. Stay tuned. We'll be coming back with more matches.